Every trade you place really comes down to one decision, and that's which order type to use. And honestly, a lot of new traders reach for the wrong one, or they avoid one out of fear without really knowing what each one actually does. So in today's video, we're going to fix that. We're going to take a look at DeepCharts and go through all three of the main order types: the market order, the limit order, and the stop. We'll cover what they are, when you'd use each one, and how to actually place them. DeepCharts is an order flow platform you can trade through an Optimus futures account, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly which order fits the moment you're in. All right, before we place anything, let's get orientated real quick. I've got the E-mini S&P up here. That's the ES contract in DeepCharts. And over on the right, this is the trading panel. It's docked right into the chart, so you can place your orders without ever leaving it. You'll see it split into two sides. There's buy on the left and then sell on the right. And each side has a button for every order type. So let's start with the simplest one, which is a market order. A market order is really just an instruction to buy or sell right now at the best price that's available in the market. And to get that, you've got to understand that at any moment, there are actually two prices. The bid is the highest price a buyer's willing to pay, and the ask is the lowest a seller's willing to take. So a market buy takes the ask, and a market sell takes the bid. And in the panel, placing one is as simple as clicking the market button. So if we go ahead and click the market button for buy, we'll buy one at the market, and we got filled at 75.13.5. Now here's the part that really matters. A market order fills at the best available price, not a price you get to pick. Most of the time, on a liquid contract like ES, that's a tick or nothing, but in a fast market, that fill can come in a tick or two away from what you saw, or even a few points, depending on the scenario. That's totally normal, and you're basically trading price certainty for speed. So to get out of this position, we'll click cancel and flat. Now a limit order is kind of the opposite. Instead of just taking whatever price is sitting there, you get to name the price you want. So let's say we see ES is trading here at 75.11. Let's say our hypothesis is that price is going to come down and retest this level. What we would do in this case, because we want a certain price, is we would select limit and place our limit buy at a specific price. So we'll do 75.02 quarter. Now we have a limit buy at this price, which means if the market doesn't trade at and through this level, we won't get filled. If something changes and I don't think that the market is going to come down that far, but I still want to get long, I can simply click and drag this order up and release, and now we're filled at 75.06 quarter. So the upside is that you're in control of your price. The trade-off is it may not fill if the market doesn't trade down to you. Now that we've gone over the three main types of orders, let's just watch the market and kind of develop a thesis of what price might do and the order that we would use in those situations. So here we have a 5-minute chart. We've determined that, well, the market has determined that there are buyers here. So if we think this level is going to hold and we want to get a certain price, we could set a limit order here. And to protect our position, if it fills, we would set a stop order down there. And let's wait to see if we get filled. We did get filled. So now we're long with a sell stop below this level. And now our stop was hit. We can see that we don't have a position. Our open quantity is 0 and we are flat. Now let's say you were flat during that time, and let's say you were expecting a breakdown and you didn't want to wait for a retest and you just wanted to get short in the market. We could simply do a market sell. That would get us in the market immediately at whatever price was available at that time. We'll set our buy stop. And then instead of moving your stop down to get out of the market, let's say you thought this move was exhausted, you can simply click cancel and flat, and it will get you out of the market. No pending orders in the market. So the last order type is a stop, and this can be used in a number of different ways. One is to protect your position. So if you're long and you want to limit your risk, you would have a sell stop in place. If you wanted to not enter the market until a certain price was traded through or at, you could also place a stop order to enter the market. But The first example that we'll give is, let's say we see price coming down and we want to get short. So we could do a sell market, but we want to limit our risk. So we would also put a buy stop. And let's say we didn't want to risk more than 8 points on this. So essentially what this is doing is that we're short, but we also have a stop in case price comes back up to this level. One thing to understand about a stop order is that once it's triggered, it turns into a market order. So if I have this buy stop here and price comes up quickly, let's say there's a news event or a large amount of contracts are purchased at once and it trades through prices, then this buy stop becomes a market order and it could be filled at a price that is above this level. That's known as slippage, which is normal. That's just the dynamic of a stop order, is that it becomes a market order, so you're not guaranteed a price. So our stop was triggered and we're out of the market. So in review, a market order gets you filled right now at the best available price. That's your speed play. A limit lets you name your price and wait for it. That's your price play. And a stop is your safety valve. It gets you out if the market turns on you. Just remember, it turns into a market order when it triggers, so it guarantees the exit, not the exact price. And really, that's the whole decision. Whether getting filled matters more or your price does, everything else you'll do in DeepCharts, the footprint, the order flow, the depth of market, all of it builds right on top of these three. So if this was helpful, go ahead and hit subscribe because we're just getting started. If you want to explore DeepCharts more, there's a Learn More link down below. And whenever you're ready to trade it live, you can open your live account today at the link in the description. Visit Optimus Futures to get started today. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.